Okay, I guess this is part 2 of my mini shop build I'm doing here. And if you haven't seen the part 1 of this, of building a building pad and all that stuff, there'll be a notification code up in the top corner. Click on that, go check that out. But if you have seen the last video, you will notice that we have come a really long ways since a building pad. And that's because the last video I did doing the building pad and the whole part 1 of doing this build, doing the shop, got like no views at all, and it doesn't wholly seem worth my time and trouble of filming a whole lot of stuff and spending days editing and all that stuff for no views or anything. So I'm just going to do some updates as I build this. I'm not building this for YouTube content. I'm building it to give myself some place to work here this winter, although so far this winter's been in the 70s and it's actually hot out here, so that's kind of weird. Anyway, this is the original half of the building we started out with, and it is a 9 by 12 garden shed. And then I decided to go ahead and build onto it since there's not much room to work in there, and I added on another 10 by 12 section right here. And so this is going to be completely enclosed right here, and we're going to remove this wall here. So then the whole building is just going to be one big room, and hopefully give ourselves some place to work here this winter. On this side of the building, there's going to be a lean-to coming off, and it's going to be another 10 feet out that direction. And then again, 12 feet deep. And then the lean-to is going to be setting down lower. You can see the height of the building. My lower retaining wall I built out of bricks and concrete. Lean-to is going to be setting down probably about a foot, maybe 2 feet lower than what the shop's going to be. So that's going to give me a decent amount of headroom up top here. So the problem with this building is it's low. So there's not a ton of headroom there, and you can't pull anything in very tall, because for starters, look at the height of the door. So I'm hoping to have a lean-to here off this side, and give me a little bit of room to park a tractor, or the mower, put the miscellaneous stuff I want to keep out of the weather, but don't want it inside the shop where I'm working, because I have a limited amount of space. But we're not going to be starting on the lean-to right now, and I'll get this built once we get the rest of the shop finished. And here, if you go inside, I don't know if you guys have been watching the short videos I've been posting, updates every day, then you probably know it's already in here. But inside here, we got set up a lift table. This is a hydraulic lift table we've used for four-wheelers and mowers. It's really handy, really nice to have, and we decided to put it in here, and it should be level with the floor once it's lowered down. So you should be able to walk in here, do what you want with the table down, and have plenty of room. But then you can always raise it if you needed to. And as you can see here, we have the base of the lift table in a wood box I built. And I'm going to get the rest of this all enclosed, all around here. There's not going to be any dirt showing once I'm finished. And I got all my floor joists already in place here, and I just need to work on the floor itself and get it finished up. And back here, I already got the floor put in, at least some of it. And this is solid 2x6s, so it shouldn't be going in there. It should be able to hold up anything we want. So I'm not really too worried about that. And the reason why I got this little bit of floor put in right here is so I could do the back wall. And they got the framing here done for the back wall, so we just need to get the roof pushed up to what it needs to be. It needs to go up like another 6 inches at least, because it's, being there's nothing supporting it here, it has sagged, and the roof's quite a bit taller at that end. So, with my thinking of already having the hydraulic lift table in here, I'm probably going to lower it down to the floor, cut myself a board, put it on the table, put it on the roof, slowly raise it until the roof's the correct height. And then I should be able to get it braced up and supported. And then this wall here, this is the one that's going to be removed, and it's going to be pushed back 10 feet. And I'm going to reuse all the tin because there's no sense of not reusing it. And I cannot remove this wall quite yet. You can see I got all my bolts removed, except a couple of them here, because I wasn't really thinking. I started tearing the wall out, just realized the whole roof was going to collapse because there's nothing supporting this, obviously. Sometimes you got to think before you start doing things. Anyway, so that's why I had to get the floor put in right here, so I could then put the wall in here, and now with the wall in, I can support the roof and then remove that tin wall there. So on the rest of this in here, I'm going to put interior walls up and frame in all this here with 2x4s, and same with that back wall there, and hopefully the ceiling I'm going to get all framed in and insulate it, and then probably put sheetrock up in here. And I'm going to use sheetrock because it is cheaper than plywood, and it is not flammable, which is always a good thing. And same with the floor here. I had bought what they call tile backer, which is like a concrete fiber board. And I'm going to completely overlay this wood floor with that concrete board. Again, making it so it will not be flammable. And I should be able to run the torch welder and all that stuff with not having any worry of sparks and melting metal lighting the floor on fire. And as you probably noticed, the lumber I'm using is not new, and it's actually quite old. You see all the square nails. My brother and I tore down the house. Boy, I hate to even think how long ago that was. Well, I was about 16 and he was 18, to give you an idea. It was a few days ago. Anyway, we tore the house down and got all the lumber. We still have a lot of lumber piled up in the old barn that's going to be torn down here probably in the next couple of months, I would hope. So I'm going to go ahead, hop on the old mobility loader right here, and we're going to go get a load of wood because I am out of wood right now. And we'll go down, I'll show you the lumber pile, and we'll get a load hauled up here. And here is our lumber pile. As you can see, the barn has seen way better days. And this lumber is impossible to get pulled out of here because it was, you can see because of the sun, there was a small doorway right here, and then there's an end wall going across. And all this was stacked in here through that end doorway. And all these boards have so many nails in them, you cannot get them drug out without a vehicle or a machine to pull the boards out. So this back wall was falling off anyway, and it was just hanging. The foundation was stacked stone, it's completely gone. So I just took the backhoe, tore this whole back wall off, and now I can just come in here with the pallet forks on the mobility, and I can just pull straight in, get a scoop, and off I go. It works really smooth, and it beats dragging them out one board at a time. So let me get the camera set down. We'll go ahead and get a scoop of lumber here and get hauled up. Okay, and it is that easy. Got a scoop here. Got quite a few boards on here. Kind of mix of 2x4 and 2x6s. A couple 2x8. So I'm going to go ahead, drive this back up at a whopping half mile per hour. And we will continue to build the mini shop. Okay, I got 2 forkfuls of wood hauled up here. And that should be enough to finish the floor and hopefully the most of the walls. I'm not sure how many 2x4s here I got, but there's a long one. Anyway, I don't know how many I got, so I might have to go down and get some more 2x for the walls, or 2x4s. Well, that's probably going to be doing it here for this video. It's starting to get dark. And have some more work to do. Have a light here in the top building I can get turned on and work a little bit longer. It's been so terribly nice lately. Like today was in the upper 60s, and being we are past the first week of December, it's really quite crazy what the weather's like. And this week coming up is insanely windy. It's blown like at least 20 up to 30, 35 mile an hour for the next week solid. So that's going to make it really hard to get things done. I'm hoping to try to continue, maybe walk inside the building itself. Maybe that'll keep me out of the wind. And hopefully we can get this moving along and get it finished. And again, I'm not filming a whole lot on this whole shop build process. Like I said, it just doesn't seem to be pulling any views. And it's not worth my trouble of editing and filming and all that stuff, and I'd rather just get this done really quick and then move on. And whenever you're dealing with cameras, you know, trying to film what you're doing and all this stuff, it just takes a lot longer, and I just don't wholly want to mess with it, being I'm not getting many views or anything on it. And I will continue posting a short video every day and giving little updates on this building and what's going on, and hopefully we can get this finished up. But until I get this finished, it's probably all I'm going to be working on, because I don't have time to be doing anything else, and this is my #1 priority, to get this finished so I have some place to work here, assuming the weather ever does turn cold. And I appreciate everybody subscribing here lately. I just peaked over 1,600 subscribers, so that's great. They're still climbing up and slowly gaining. So I appreciate everybody subscribing. If you're not subscribed, please think about doing so. It helps me a lot. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. That also helps me a lot. It makes YouTube realize people want to see the video if it gets likes. And always leave comments down below. I like hear what you guys have to say. And I really appreciate everyone watching. And I guess I will see you next week.